start the fight, breaking down the walls in the dead of night. I don't come for peace, I come for the storm. Fanboys melt quick when the truth gets warm. All content's high, I'm collecting those tears. Just got started, but I'm cutting through fears. I'm not here for brand deals, I'm not for sale. I expose your lies, rip off the veil.
Harmon, you really need to go back to school so you can figure out the difference between a ROM and an emulator. I'm going to say this again. Emulators are not illegal because according to the rumor, Nintendo is using emulators. If that is true, then Nintendo would be in a world of hurt. Let's get into this reaction.
I thought that emulation was completely legal.
Emulation is legal. Why do you think Nintendo, from the rumors, are using emulation on their NOS?
I thought that there was nothing that Nintendo could possibly do to shut down piracy sites.
Well, there is a difference between those sites and emulation. I understand through that thick skull of yours that it hasn't reached the brain just yet. And they have taken down sites before. They have taken them to court, which is what they should have done over this. In no way should the FBI ever have gotten involved. Our tax dollars should be used for something far better than taking down some ROM sites here.
I thought the FBI was going to sit by and do nothing.
I'm pretty certain no one ever sat there and said the FBI isn't going to do anything. I don't think anybody actually thought, including you, that the FBI would do something like this. We never thought this would be the FBI's job to begin with. We would have thought this is more of a civil matter than anything.
You know, I thought Nintendo didn't have a case. I thought emulation was legal.
It is legal, Harmon. That's why Nintendo is using emulation, according to the rumor, when it comes to their NOS. If emulation is illegal, then they would be in a world of trouble right now. What you're referring to is the ROMs.
And what happens? You know, after the Ryujinx thing, after like literally owning Yuzu, Nintendo goes out and shuts down even more piracy sites.
Nintendo didn't. The FBI did, Harmon. Let's get it correct. Stop spreading misinformation, which again, the FBI should have never been involved in this. There are more serious things going on than shutting down ROM sites, for crying out loud.
Not through the help of the courts, but with the help of the FBI. Trump himself.
Harmon, please do not tell me you're about to get into the politics. Harmon, you are not that kind of channel. You really need to leave the religion and the politics out of it.
He's on Nintendo's side. Like, it's possible he signed the documents to do it. You know, that is just how clearly in the wrong the emulation community actually is.
It's not emulation, Harmon. It's ROM sites. That's what they took down. If there was an emulator on there, it had nothing to do with that. You're an idiot.
And it really needs to be said because I am sick of every single time a new Nintendo game comes out like, oh, I'm gonna emulate that. Like, no.
Harmon, there's no need to yell. And also, what's up with the damn jacket here? Are you trying to make yourself seem cooler? Harmon, we all see through your fake facade. And also, I don't think anybody was saying that, oh, I'm going to emulate Donkey Kong Bonanza. I don't think that they can emulate the Switch 2 games just yet anyways. But I promise you, Harmon, if you give them time, they will do it. You think that this is going to shut it down? There's going to be more sites that are going to pop up. This will never go away. I hope you realize that.
You're not. You know, even if you could, that's illegal. And people are like fighting.
Harmon, I'm not going to sit there and say if I agree with this or not, but you do realize there are plenty of things that are illegal, and it doesn't stop them from doing it.
Fighting for this. You know, they're doing everything they can to gaslight you to think that emulation is easy, that it's legal.
Well, it is easy. Why do you think Nintendo uses it? And also, it is legal. Emulation is legal. Emulators are legal, Harmon. If that was the case, Nintendo would be in trouble right now.
that like there's nothing wrong with it, but the reality is quite a bit different. Like people.
Well, I wouldn't say exactly that the ROMs don't have that. Technically, there is something wrong with it. It is technically illegal. That's why the FBI got involved and shut them down. Now, I don't think there's anything morally wrong with it. Like I've said plenty of times before, and you guys can clip me. I don't care. Clip this, I dare you. I don't see a single difference between renting out a copy or borrowing a copy versus downloading a ROM. It does not bother me. I don't give two shits. Nintendo isn't hurting that bad because of them in the first place. They became the most profitable they've ever been while all this crap was going on. It didn't stop them from succeeding.
Are getting fined for this. People are getting thrown into prison for this,
Number one, Harmon, I don't think that you're spreading misinformation. I honestly just think that you're lying, just being disingenuous. There's nobody here in America that is getting thrown in prison for it. There is somebody in Italy, okay, a complete different country, that is getting fined and may be put in prison. Most likely, I think he's just going to get fined for it. And the thing is, from what I remember, he's not even doing the newer Switch games. It was retro games, for crying out loud, from what I remember.
And still, you have the PC Master Race just sitting there, with their pacifiers just being like, oh man, Nintendo is for kids.
Well, it kind of is. Aw, I think he's getting a little triggered over my thumbnails because I keep putting a pacifier in his mouth. Do you guys think I should put a pacifier again? Oh, I'm going to do it.
While PC gaming is free, meanwhile, while the payment processors censor content on Steam,
I wouldn't say it's exactly free. Yeah, the emulation part might be free, but you do actually have to buy the games on Steam if you play them on Steam. You do have to buy a PC, so I wouldn't sit there and say it's free, Harmon.
They're coping and seething, and have been for a long time, over the success of Nintendo Switch. They really thought the Switch 2 wouldn't be successful, that Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Bonanza wouldn't be successful, that the third-party games wouldn't be successful.
Well, I was hoping Mario Kart World wasn't going to be successful, but what do you expect from fanboys like you that sit here and just eat up whatever Nintendo throws at them? And you're lying to the damn community saying, oh, Mario Kart World is worth $80 when it's not. Barely even worth $50.
They really thought that PC gaming was going to thrive and be successful because of piracy.
Yeah, I don't think that they actually said that. I have never heard a single word out of a PC person's mouth saying that the only reason why they're successful is because of piracy, Harmon.
PC, you can emulate that. And it just isn't true.
I mean, it kind of is. You've been complaining about it for the last 8 damn years about people doing it. Harmon, why do you care so much when it comes to the whole emulation scene anyways? If you don't want to do it, don't do it. You do realize it doesn't affect you in any way if people pirate or not. How does it affect you? You're not getting a cut of that money. Or is it that you just feel bad because you pay full price and you're mad that other people do not? Guess what, Harmon? I don't pay full price. I got Donkey Kong Bonanza on the way as we speak right now, but I'm getting it on GameFly at a significantly cheaper price than what you are. Nintendo isn't getting my money. Just like when someone downloads a ROM, they're not getting their money either. It's in the same damn situation. So are you against renting also?
This is the grim reality that the emulators need to understand, that what you're doing.
Harmon, you yourself are an emulator. From the rumors that I keep hearing, the NOS is emulation. Do you understand that? So you yourself are an emulator.
Is not legal. And as the hobby grows and as the laws become more and more clearly defined, as more and more, resources are dedicated to putting a stop.
Harmon, what is wrong with you? Why are you advocating for more of our resources to go towards this? You don't benefit from it whatsoever. Our resources should not be worried about a company losing out on some revenue. Our resources should go to actually helping out Americans, not helping out a company that doesn't even care about us, let alone a foreign company at that matter.
To these crimes, you're going to see more and more people get cracked down on it.
Harmon, I really hope that Nintendo bricks your system. I truly hope they do right now.
You're beginning to see a lot of this already, one of the things that interests me is how, YouTubers who are shilling the the Chinese knockoff, like handheld, like,
Harmon, what the hell are you talking about? What Chinese handheld?
ROM things. They just take a bunch of Nintendo games and put them into like this cheap piece of hardware, and everybody like just soy jacks over it because it's not an official Nintendo made product.
Oh, okay. Now I understand what you mean. Well, maybe Nintendo should put all those games on their NOS. You do realize that they own a lot more games for the NES and the Super Nintendo and all the rest of those. They could put them on there. It's not like it really costs them any money to do so. I am pretty positive where they got those games from in the first place.
Like those things are getting shut down. Like people are like, that Italian guy just got like,
yes, the Italian guy in a completely different country called Italy, you damn idiot.
They went after him for like, promoting that brand on YouTube. And that's going to be a real thing, is that you are not going to be allowed.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen here in America, because if it already was, then we wouldn't even be allowed to buy them currently. I'm pretty certain you can still buy those damn things.
To come out and like openly promote these brands the way you have been. In fact, like you aren't really allowed to do it now.
That's why nobody here in America has gone to jail or been fined or anything. That's why you can currently buy those things. At least I can. Let me double check. Yes, I just currently went on Amazon and you can buy them. Harmon, if they were illegal and you weren't allowed to promote them, then you wouldn't be allowed to buy them also.
If anything, just look at Dolphin, like a free open source thing, supposedly like this completely legit piece of hardware, software.
Harmon, the Dolphin emulator isn't illegal. You're still able to get it because it's not illegal. Emulators are not illegal, Harmon.
Could not release on Steam. Like Gabe Newell like shit his pants and had to beg Daddy Nintendo for permission. Like, is this okay to be on my storefront?
What the hell are you talking about, Harmon? Can you at least produce some facts for once in your life?
And then they said no, because no, of course it's not okay. And so Gabe had to like, block it from Steam, like a little baby. Like, oh, he wanted his cookie, but like if he hasn't had, like, he's just.
Okay, now I get what you're trying to say. Oh, don't worry. One day it may come over to Steam. And I can't wait for the day where we see Mario Kart on Steam. Harmon will lose his shit. I think his head would literally explode.
This is the reality of PC gaming, okay? This is like the grim, just peel back like the surface layer of like,
Harmon, I understand that you don't have as many games to play like they do on PC. It's okay, you are allowed to get a PC. And now let's read off the members of the channel. We got GaraOfTheRage, Maximilian Pegasus 88, Madfox 94, Watari, Shaden Milkman, Oh No It's Justin, Brian Payne, Jay Wesby 65, Andy Ritz, C-Stars Piplup, Cam, Austrius Lane, and thank you so much for becoming part of the crew. And if you truly enjoy this content, why don't you think about becoming a member? It's only $1 a month. You get special emotes, badges, and you get a shout out at the end of each video until it becomes too long, and then it'll be turned into a credit roll. And also, I got an awesome merch lined up for you guys. I got amazing shirts, hoodies, I got coffee mugs, I got desk mats, I got a bunch of different kinds, so why don't you check it out also. And please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, stay vigilant.
You can cry in the comments, but you won't survive. Like and subscribe if you feel that vibe. We're hot and salty.